Hello and welcome to today's class. In today's class, we are going to be dealing on quotient through differentiation. All right, so what is a quotient? A quotient is the result of division. All right, so if 6 is divided by 3, 6 divided by 3 is equal to 2. Therefore, 2 is the what? The quotient. All right. So what is the quotient through formula? Whenever you are given a question and you are asked to differentiate using quotient rule, this is the formula to use. dy all over dx is equal to v du dx minus u dv dx all over v squared. This is known as the quotient rule formula. All right, so let's take an example. If y is equal to 2x plus 1 all over 3x minus 4, and we are asked to differentiate y using quotient through differentiation. Now, take note of this. Quotient through method of differentiation is only used when two terms divide themselves. Quotient through method of differentiation, it's only used when two terms divide themselves. So you can see here that 2x plus 1 is being divided by 3x minus 4. So we'll simply use quotient through method of differentiation. So what's the formula? The formula dy all over dx is equal to v du dx minus u dv dx all over v squared. This is the quotient through formula. So what's our next task here? Our next task is to identify our v and u. You identify v and u from the question given. Remember, we are given that y is equal to 2x plus 1 divided by 3x minus 4. So what is our u and what is our v? Now, take note of this. Whenever you are given a question as this, always take your u as the numerator and your v as the denominator. I'll repeat. Whenever you are given a question like as this, always take your u as the numerator and your v as the denominator. So let u be equal to, what's our numerator here? 2x plus 1. So if you differentiate u, if you differentiate u with respect to x, you are going to have, if you differentiate 2x here is raised to power 1. Now, let's apply the general method of differentiation. You simply multiply x by its power and then subtract 1 from the power of x. So 1 multiplies 2 is 2. So we have 2 here. 1 minus 1 is 0. Now, according to the zeroth law of indices, any number or base raised to power 0 is equal to 1. That's according to the zeroth law of indices. Any number or base raised to power 0 is equal to 1. So therefore, x is raised to power 0 here. Therefore, x is equal to 1. And 1 multiplies 2 is 2. So we have 2 here. And we also have positive 1. 1 is a constant. And whenever you differentiate a constant, it automatically becomes equal to 0. Take note of that. So du all over dx is equal to 2. Let's write it down here. Du dx is equal to 2. All right, in the same vein, what's our v? Remember I said your v should always be your denominator. So let v be equal to 3x minus 4. Now let's differentiate v with respect to x. Dv dx is equal to, now take note of this, 3x is raised to power 1. It is the same thing. So if you differentiate 3x raised to power 1 using general method of differentiation, you simply multiply x by its power and then subtract 1 from the power of x. 3 multiplied by 1 is 3. So we have 3 here. 1 minus 1 is 0. And according to the zeroth law of indices, any number or base raised to power 0 is 1. So x raised to power 0 is 1. So 1 multiplies 3 is equal to 3. So we have here dv dx is equal to what? 3. Also, take note of this. U is equal to 2x plus 1. And then v is equal to 3x minus 4. All right, so what's our next task here? Our next task is to write down the quotient rule formula and substitute the necessary parameters. So dy all over dx is equal to v du dx minus u dv dx all over v squared. All right, so if we substitute into this formula, what are we going to have? We have du dx here, we have dv dx, we have vu, and we also have v. So now let's substitute. So dy all over dx is equal to, what's our v? 3x minus 4. V is multiplying du dx. So what's du dx? Du dx is equal to 2. So multiply by 2. Put bracket again. Minus, what is u? U is 2x plus 1. That's our u. And then what's dv dx? dv dx is equal to 3. All right, so dv dx, we have multiplied by dv dx is equal to what? 3. And then let's use this bracket to cover it up. All right, so all over v squared. So what is v squared? V squared is equal to, v is equal to 3x minus 4 all squared. So that is v. All right, so what's our next task here? Our next task is to expand this bracket. Our next task is to expand this bracket. All right, dy all over dx is equal to, let me write this, 3x minus 4 multiplied by 2 minus 2x plus 1 multiplied by 3. and then all over 3x minus 4 all squared. All right, so if we expand this bracket, we are going to have 2 multiply 3x. 2 multiplied by 3x is what? 6x. 2 multiplies negative 4 is negative 8. Close the bracket. Minus 3 multiplies 2x is what? 6x. 3 multiplies 1 is positive 3. All over, we can choose to expand this bracket. We can also choose to leave it in this format. So we have here 3x minus 4 all raised to power 2. So let's clean this bracket. Okay, let's leave it. Negative multiplies 6. It automatically becomes negative 6x. So we have here minus 6x. And then negative multiplies 3. It will give you negative 3. So we can now clean the bracket. We clean up the bracket. So therefore, dy all over dx is equal to 6x minus 8 minus 6x minus 3. So we can also choose to collect like terms. If we collect like terms here, we have 6x here. We also have 6x. 6x minus 6x. This is off. We have negative 8 here, and we have negative 3. Negative 8 minus negative 3 is negative 11. So we have negative 11. So therefore, this is our final answer. If you've not subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe now. And then if you have a question, endeavor to leave your question in the comment section of this video. Ensure you like this video and share it to your friends. See you in our next class.